Today I want to talk about a lolcow that's different from the ones I've covered in the videos in the past. In the past, I would make videos about lolcows that have actually harmed people and would essentially be a danger to themselves and others around them. This time I'm doing a good old switcheroo and talking about a lolcow that seems harmless enough on the surface. The worst he's done is probably just be cringe. And believe me, there's a lot of it. Which isn't a bad thing, but this man reached a new level. He's like the Ultra Instinct Goku of cringe. Our subject for today is a man that goes by the name of KingCobraJFS, aka Joshua Faye Saunders. King Cobra, or as he's known sometimes on the internet as Cobes, is your typical lolcow, but with a bit of a twist. See, instead of people hating him, people want to see him succeed, and not for the reasons you think. Josh is what he calls himself as a self-proclaimed sexy goth bad boy. And I mean, look at him, ladies. Wouldn't you want that in your womb tonight? Am I right?
Well, these would be great too. Like if I feel myself getting angry or upset, you know, one thing I could do as a coping mechanism is pick up my dumbbells and start lifting. Take out my anger on 32 pounds here, yeah.
He is a man of many talents. Such talents as playing the guitar, fashion, personal care such as hygiene, being built like a literal Greek god, singer/songwriter, wand maker, yes you heard me right, he makes wands, dark wizard, and above all else, he's a really good cook. He's a really great cook, to the point where he gives Gordon Ramsay his fucking run for his money. Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay. Put up a picture of Gordon Ramsay.
Where your clarinet sucks. I could do parodies of all these cartoons, it'd be fucking hilarious, and you know it would. After stirring all the ingredients together, nicely of course. Okay, I'll give you a close-up of this. This did require two hands, that's why you had to kind of watch from the side, but look at that. Look at that. All the cheese from the mac and cheese, everything just mixed together beautifully. Turn that stove on to medium. I'll let this simmer on medium heat for a couple minutes, just so that water dissolves a bit.
Ladies! Isn't this what you're looking for in a man? Isn't all of these like what you want tonight? Don't you want a man with so much power that he can change a stoplight at will with his wand? Don't you want that?
Oh, yeah. How about some walk sign? Come on. What you got? Walk sign, green light and walk sign. Patience and persistence, the two P's of magic, YouTube. Walk sign, motherfucker, let's see it. There we go.
King Cobra was once confined to obscurity, but over the recent years he has risen to a very slow ascent of mild internet fame. I mean, no disrespect to this man, but I'm not seeing a collab between him and PewDiePie anytime soon. I wanted to make this video as a sort of introduction to this man. His story and how he came to be on the internet's radar is kind of fascinating and caught my eye. So I thought, you know what, let me do some research on this man and see if I can make a comprehensive guide on him. I want to make a comprehensive guide on the man, the myth, the legend, KingCobraJFS. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the shit show. Joshua Faye Saunders, better get known online as KingCobraJFS, and also sometimes simply Cobes, is a self-proclaimed sexy goth bad boy. We already know this, I've mentioned it before. Josh is an interesting case on the internet. He doesn't seem to pose a problem to society like how Cyrax abuses people around him, or like how Chris Chan finger-fucked his own mom. No. See, Josh is a bit of a weirdo. He has this notion and idea that he is a super tough goth guy that every chick within a 50-mile radius would instantly drop to their knees and worship him, when in fact it's the polar opposite. For this video, I want to tackle the main aspects of this man, especially the things that make him, well, him. Let's start off with his appearance. Usually I strive away from making fun of people and the way they look because sometimes they just can't help it, but his appearance is integral to the lore behind him and his channel. See, Joshua is a 31-year-old man and looks like he's a 60-year-old meth addict at the same time. He likes to think that he's a 10, but let's be honest, he's a 5 on a really, really good day. Like, I have to be drunk out of my fucking nard to think he's a 5 on that day. I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this because if any man walks up to me and I find out they put mayonnaise in their fucking hair, I'm kicking them off this planet. I'm gonna get all 7 Dragon Balls and I'm gonna summon Frieza and tell him, you know what? It's over. You could destroy this planet if you want. Just do it. Yes! You heard me right! He puts mayonnaise in his hair. Why? Because he believes that mayo actually helps with preventing hair loss. And it does. But why would you put mayonnaise in your hair?
My hair getting a lot thicker lately. Like, I can actually feel the hair growing back on my widow's peak right here and right here. So yeah, I can actually feel my hair growing back. Which the widow's peak on this side is not nearly as bad as the one on this side. But believe it or not, YouTube, I can actually feel my hair thickening up in these areas. I've been taking a little bit of mayonnaise and spreading it on my widow's peak right here and right up in here. And then I'll take a little bit of mayonnaise and put it on the spots on the back of my head where I've picked out my hair. And the reason why is because mayonnaise has egg whites in it, and egg whites have been proven to grow your hair out. It may take a little bit for my hair to actually grow back and fix itself a little bit. Eventually my widow's peak will be gone completely. My hairline is already looking 1,000 times better than it's looked in the last couple of months. So,
to quote one of my favorite dinosaur movies in existence, scientists were so preoccupied with whether they could, they didn't stop to think if they should. And Josh didn't think about the mayo in the hair situation, like at all. What woman in their right mind would want to sleep with a man when they found out that afterwards he puts mayo in his hair? That shit probably stinks. Holy shit. Speaking of hair, let's talk about that one time Josh dyed his hair. See, this is Josh's regular hair. Perfectly fine, perfectly normal. And this is what he looked like after he dyed his hair. A beautiful catastrophe, if I do say so myself. A Bob Ross of bad ideas. Now listen, I like me a thick-thighed, dyed hair, emo goth GF as much as the next guy. But sometimes you need to ask yourself, is this a bad idea? Am I taking it a step too far dyeing my hair? Am I taking it a step too far? And allow me to give you guys a random screenshot of how long it took for the whole dye process to develop. Usually it takes about 40 to 30 minutes, or 90 minutes, depending on the dye you get. Why would I be showing you this information, you might be asking yourself? Well, because Josh has a job at Wendy's. A job he thought he had the day off when he decided to smurfify his hair. But as it turns out, he mixed up the teas and actually had work that day.
Alright. Alright, that works. I'm so sorry, I misunderstood the dates. Alright, bye-bye. Fuck. Well, I feel like an idiot. I misread the days, and it's Thursday, not Friday. I was supposed to come at 11:30 to 7. But they said I can come in at 4, so... What time is it? Alright, I got plenty of time. So... Yikes.
It's all come together. Josh had to rush into work that day with dye still in his hair. The look on this man's face when he got the phone call and realized, holy shit, I have work today. Just absolutely, just mwah, mwah. I couldn't write this. I couldn't. God looked at that scenario and went, I did a good. But this isn't the only time he'd fuck up with work. He'd do it again and pretty much got fired from Wendy's. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that he used to work at Wendy's. There is this whole saga on YouTube of him working at Wendy's that you can watch right now if you want to. If I'm not mistaken, there's 2 parts to this saga and each of them are an hour long. But I'm gonna give you the TLDR as our next segment, alright? So before Josh started working at Wendy's, he was actually working at Job Corps. He was then fired from Job Corps for smoking marijuana on campus, and he got caught by his campus jacket leader. With no job, his dad got furious and told him that he either had to get a job in 2 weeks or else he'll cut off his luscious Prince Charming locks. So Josh did the unthinkable and got a job at Wendy's. He worked a lot at Wendy's and even to the point where he lost his supplemental security income. Got himself an apartment with the help of his dad and got fired because he would fuck up constantly with the dates and showed up to work either late or not at all. I really don't get how he says that he is like one of the best workers there, but constantly fucks up the date. I just don't understand. It don't make sense to me. But Josh would get paid a lot from Wendy's. I mean, he was working $8.50 an hour, right? That's decent money, am I right? I mean, yeah. I mean, it's something, right? He would use this money that he got from the job to buy beers and cigarettes. Like, a lot of beer and cigarettes. Like, I don't think you guys understand what I mean by he'd practically drink a lot. He's very irresponsible with his money, even to the point where there is a video of him wasting $1,000 in 5 days.
Well, howdy do, YouTube. We are alive. Sorry I haven't been on live stream very much lately. Sometimes I'm not in the mood to make videos, you know. That's nothing against my fans or anything. Am I broke again? Well, I'm not gonna lie, I kinda am. I don't know how the fuck I burned through that money so quickly.
YouTubers, back at Shoot Cool Cobras with another video. Take a look at that Little Caesars pizza. Nice to meet you. We have right here custom-made stuffed crust pizza from Little Caesars. Probably isn't going to be very cheap, but worth every freaking penny.
If he won the lottery, he'd probably have wasted all of his money in like 3 weeks. I'm just saying. I would love to see that happen if he won the lottery. What he would do with infinite amount of money. He would still waste it. That infinite would be a 0 in about like 4 weeks. Now, how did he waste his money, you may be asking yourself? Well, on food. Specifically, pizza and more booze. Pizza is like one of my favorite foods. I fucking love it. But watching this man consuming pizza by the boxes is just... it's kind of gross. Obviously, the pizza thing happened in 2019 and he was working at Wendy's in 2013 when he lost his job around the same time. But my point still stands that he's terrible with money. And his history of buying alcohol and cigarettes with his job money, it pertains. It's still there. You can see this from the fact that his hair started to greatly thin out and his skin has grown noticeably pale. Like... damn, white boy. This might be the fact that he seems like the type of person that would cough up a lung walking for 30 minutes on a treadmill and getting little to no exercise and sun. But I mean, man, with the guns that he has, he don't need no exercise. Step aside, Noel. Step aside, Joey Swole. Make way for the big guns of Joshua Saunders. Physical muscles of a Greek god aside, it amazes me that this man, who smokes and eats like shit, does not gain too much weight. while I'm struggling to get rid of my belly fat. It's amazing. It amazes me. Joshua, teach me your ways. I know I'm not fat, but I want to get rid of this chunk. However, we don't know much about Josh's internal health. But what we do know is that he is known to fall asleep on stream, coughs up a ton, and admits to needing alcohol by his bedside for when he wakes up. It sounds like a miserable existence to me. Since record of Josh's doctor visits are non-existent and hasn't said much about his health on stream, this remains a point of speculation among many trolls. They want to find any sort of evidence that they can. I don't know if they actually found evidence of it, but I don't want to deal with that shit. But I will say this, looking at this man, he doesn't seem like the type to exercise regularly. Probably like once a year. Once every 2 years, alright? He seems like the type that would go, oh, I don't need to work out, or I'm actually beefed up, bro, despite looking like this. Hey man, I'm just saying, a few push-ups a day does wonders. Since we talked about Josh's physical health, how about we talk about his mental health? Now, from first glance, you may assume that Josh is a mentally unstable individual. And you're right, but let me explain why. Josh's mental health has taken a nosedive for the worse. Josh does have Asperger's, but there's something else going on with him. If it isn't obvious already, he has a bit of an ego. He thinks of himself above everyone else, and even to the point where he thinks himself as a rock star. He harbors delusions of grandeur and an overinflated ego. Something I've noticed a lot in trends when it comes to talking about lolcows. Like, I've noticed that a lot of them have this just delusion of grandeur and an overinflated ego. Christian thinks the same way. Cyrax thinks the same way. EDP thinks the same way. Nikocado thinks the same way. You get the point, right? I'm not going insane thinking about this, right? The worst part about this is that I think Josh could have made something of himself when he was younger, but instead decided to waste time making pointless YouTube videos and wasting money on things that are killing his body, like booze and alcohol and junk food. His recent antics have shown that he believes himself to be a handsome goth bad boy with magical abilities and a sick guitar skills without needing to improve on himself or his craft. Never mind the fact that he plays guitar like a blind child with 2 left hands, but we're just gonna ignore that. He'd also rather throw away shit and give up when he doesn't understand rather than try to master it or understand how it works. It's sad to me to see every lolcow I cover accept no blame for their actions. But if you start feeling sorry for them, that's where they get ya. Not once has he admitted to being fully in the wrong. It has always been that he is partially in the wrong. And when he does accept blame, he only gives an insincere apology and moves on to the next thing.
This dry spell blows. Like, I get tired of waking up every day to no woman to cuddle with. It hurts. I shouldn't let it affect me, but it does. And the only thing that makes being single better is just knowing that we're all gonna die alone. It doesn't matter if you have someone or not. As far as dating goes, I'm kind of just doing my thing right now. After 2 years of not having any companionship, you just kind of bite your time and wait patiently. I do regret for what I did to Stephanie. I do regret it. I do regret cheating on Stephanie, and a couple of days ago, I just decided to quit feeling guilty about it. Years have passed. I've learned from my mistakes. I haven't done it since, you know. Like, I literally had to forgive myself, and it took me years to forgive myself. I can't spend the rest of my life kicking myself in the ass because I had an awesome girlfriend and I lost her. I gotta learn to move on and forgive myself, and that wasn't easy by any stretch of the word.
Habits like these are definitely habits that will hurt your career in the long run. Call me Carson. But with Josh, it doesn't really seem like it's a problem since people want him to fail, but not enough for his career to be over. They just want to watch his world burn for entertainment. Also, speaking of entertainment, did you guys know that there is a compilation of him getting pranked by glitter bombs? It's so funny to see this man try not to get angry despite being angry.
So this is the Commodore from Cuba. There's the official seal. Republic of Cuba. Let's break that fucking seal and open it. Yeah, fuck my asshole, trolls. A glitter bomb. Ha, you guys got me. And I'm getting all excited too, like, yeah, I want to have some fucking badass bitchin' cigars. Nope. Good one, you guys. Holy shit, I fell for that. Here I am getting all excited, like, yeah, I got some Cuban cigars, man. Wow. Yeah, you got old Cobra. Holy shit. Now I'm gonna have to clean this fucking glitter off real quick before I continue the video.
But enough about Josh being angry. What about Josh being happy? What sparks joy in this man's life? In this bad boy, sexy, goth, emo, rock star dude looking fucking dude? What inspires happiness in that Linkin Park fucking Green Day heart of his? What sparks joy in this man's life that isn't rolled in nicotine or comes in a can? Well, women. Surprisingly, Josh has gotten laid in the past and has had at least 2 relationships in his life. One only lasted a day, but I mean, hey man, a day longer than most of us, am I right? But in recent days, he has started to flip-flop on women, walking a fine line between incel and nice guy. Though he seems to tend more towards the nice guy tendencies, Josh isn't a full incel, if I have to say. But if I saw him on the street, I wouldn't want him to ask me out. Dude, just get away from me, man. I'm calling the cops. Personal preference. I know. Personal preference. I know I should open my legs and be a slut, am I right? See, with Josh and his inflated ego, he thinks women will crawl all over him like he's a combination of a jock and a gothic bad boy. When in reality, he's the fusion dance of a Slim Jim and a Hot Topic condom. But since he almost never seems to leave his room, the Cobra Zone, as he calls it, that's actually what he calls it, that's fucking sick, we don't really know if he has any game. My boy could be making panties drop and we don't even know. Take your live streams on the go, Josh. That's all I'm saying, man. We gotta see it at first hand. Speaking of relationships, let's talk about Josh's relationships. Josh's first girlfriend on the chopping block was a girl named Stephanie, a girl whom he met at Job Corps. For a time, things were going good. They were going so smoothly. Stephanie was close to moving into Josh's apartment and they lived happily ever after. Joke's on you, he fucked it up first chance he got. How did he fuck it up? You might want to sit down for this next part because holy fuck is it a roller coaster. See, Josh, being the alpha male bad boy, gothic bad boy that he is, wasn't able to keep the women off of him. That included women who were already taken, i.e. pregnant. Josh and his friend Chris, another character I forgot to mention, but it just boils down to a friend of his who crashes on his place and his couch, and just gaining him the nickname Couch Chris regularly, got drunk at a gas station and somehow ended up Macho Man and Hulk Hoganing a fucking pregnant woman for a pack of cigarettes.
Oh yeah!
He fucked a pregnant woman for a pack of cigarettes. How do men like these pull women? Like how? Like ladies, I understand that some of you like have to lower your standards, but don't do it this much. Have some self-respect. But if the relationship couldn't get any worse, Stephanie then cheated on Josh through the act of anal sex with a mutual friend that I'm not gonna mention because apparently there's some fuck shit going with them. I'm not gonna mention it. His name's probably like right here. I'm not gonna mention him. But Josh's response to this, he makes a half-joke threat to Stephanie. Jesus Christ. I take it back, he's filth. Stephanie did the smart thing and moved out of the apartment while Josh was at work at Wendy's. They would then break up on the good old American holiday of freedom, 4th of July. In 2015, Josh got a new girlfriend named Amy, only for it to last one day. They broke up. They literally were in a relationship for like a day. I wonder how the conversation for that went down. Some might call her a coward, but I call her a genius. But every great story has a twist. Because Amy wasn't as smart as I thought her to be. Because she wound up in jail. Wow! I told you guys this was gonna be like a fucking roller coaster. Holy shit. I guess that's what you get for not going out with a Greek god of a man known as Joshua Saunders. That is your punishment. Oh, remember when I said that Josh had 2 girlfriends in the past? Yeah, well, I was wrong. I was fake news again because he had 3. Technically 4, but that one is a surprise. Like every good lolcow that I covered, Josh inevitably came to the realization that his magic powers were running out and he was unable to pull in the bitches. He was maidenless. So what did he do? He bought a sex doll. Yes, a sex doll worth $1,000. He's terrible with money. Well, technically he didn't pay for the sex doll. He didn't buy it. A fan sent it to him. But I think it's funnier to think that he actually bought it. I just like to think that. So he was gifted a doll from a fan. Some people would be overjoyed with the fact that they received a gift from a fan. But not Josh. Oh, no, not Josh. Because he hated the sex doll and it wasn't the kind he wanted. But like a good boy, he took it all in strides. Like a wise furry who fucked his dog once said, pussy is pussy. Not even 24 hours later, the man broke the fucking doll.
What I did was rather eerie, to say the least, yes, but out of sexual frustration.
What a waste of $1,000, bro. Oh, I'm sorry. He didn't break the doll. It was stolen. So let me tell you the story that didn't happen before the one that actually happened. Josh claimed that his sex doll, a guitar, and a few valuables were stolen by some random thief. He then later claimed that the police found the sex doll in the back of a meth addict's van and was scrapped for parts. So, now that I told you the fake story, allow me to tell you the real one. He fucked the vagina so hard he tore it open. This man, he tore a fucking sex doll's vagina wide open. Like I said, ladies, he's packing a weapon down there. You got a permit for that weapon, sir? But yes, he apparently tore the vagina part of the sex doll because he didn't like it and it wasn't what he wanted. He tore it open with his fucking dick. Could you believe that? He blamed the doll's poor quality and poor shipping. He blamed the doll. He blamed the $1,000 sex doll for poor quality.
And unfortunately, when I got the doll to begin with, whoever handled it was a little rough with the shipping. That didn't help either. So that should have been my first clue. There were nails missing from the left hand. That should have been my first clue as well, that this is a poorly made doll, that if you're gonna legitimately charge $2,000 for something, then you better make sure it's high quality. And then, you know, I looked past it. I didn't care. I'm like, okay, you know, she got a couple of nails missing. Her fingers are sticking out past the skeletal work of the sex doll. I didn't care. I overlooked it, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm like, fuck yeah, you know, my fan sent me a sex doll. That's cool, you know? But then, after excessively enjoying it for too much, fucking the vagina tore, dude, and oh my god.
Don't worry though. He got another sex doll, but only after he accepted that his sexual prowess is too much for mere mortal women to handle. This sex doll was like a minier version of the one he had, which I don't understand how that's better. I guess his fucking weapon was a pee-pee shooter. Noble. What's Josh's type if he can't pull in women? What kind of women can't he pull in? Well, I'm glad you asked. Josh, much like us mortal men, like black-haired, tatted up, big-titty goth girls with green eyes. A combination of genes so specific that it is way out of his league.
Yeah, keep it up, assholes, because guess what? One day I'm going to get laid by the hottest of age goth chick that's biologically female, and it's going to be consensual, and she'll be alive. And on top of that, y'all going to be jealous as fuck, because I ain't going to say shit about it. Because quite frankly, that's none of your business.
Josh, buddy, pal, if you're watching this video, I want to give you some advice. Come closer. Come closer. Come, yes, come closer. Give up. Okay, I shouldn't be that mean. Maybe he can pull in some bitches with his sick guitar skills. Okay, I stand corrected. Look, I am not a metal rock connoisseur, but what you just played was noise, my dude. I know it's been a fucking year since I've touched the guitar professionally, but Jesus Christ, that was just fucking noise. Not gonna lie though, if he cleaned up his chords, he'd be pretty good at it. But Josh, buddy, pal, can ya read sheet music? That's how I know if you're a real guitarist.
Fuck the fact that you can't read music and you can barely read guitar tabs. Yeah, for somebody who can't read music, I can barely read guitar tabs. I'm a damn good guitar player. For somebody who can't read music, let alone barely able to read guitar tabs, like, kiss my ass.
When you can figure out what this note is, then you can come talk to me, alright? I also forgot to mention that Wings of Redemption made fun of this dude, so I'm 2 for 2 in terms of just Wings making fun of lolcows. What the fuck?
Look up King Cobra's cooking video. Alright, we'll do that.
And some of that horseradish.
What the fuck's he got on his neck?
The fan who sent it. The next time I did a cooking video.
He's got like a leather belt on his neck. Like, that can't be comfortable. Like, what do? You roll out of fucking bed and you put your marijuana shirt on and you put on your fucking leather collar and that hat.
Apron on, they sent. Let's go ahead and put on our badass cooking apron. Take a look at that.
Yeah, it's badass if you're like 14 and playing Modern Warfare 2, man. Like, if you ever want to get a girl's pussy as dry as Sahara Desert, put that shit on while you're trying to impress her with a meal.
But yes, that's it for this video. I did not go over everything related to Josh. I definitely missed some stuff. But like I said in the beginning, I wanted to make a comprehensive beginner video. Maybe in the future I might dive even deeper into his antics and dissect him even further. But like I said, a whole documentary of his Wendy's escapade is on YouTube. If you want to watch that, go the fucking right ahead. But yeah, that's it for this video. It's probably another long one, so enjoy. But thank you all so much for watching. Tell me in the comment section what you think about Josh and his whole personality just from this video. I would like to hear it. And if you have any extra info on him or want me to make a part 2 in the future or maybe make more videos about lolcows, just tell me, let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys when I see you guys real soon. But until then, don't be a stranger. Bye. Don't tore your sex doll's vagina, by the way. That thing's expensive.